The U.S. stocks were fluctuating wildly this Tuesday, remaining in the green, approaching today's closing bell. This following a gloomy description of the U.S. economy by the Federal Reserve. Now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average seesawed all day long, led by mixed economic data, that of which included a smaller than expected decline in non-farm productivity figures by 0.3%. Meanwhile, overseas in economic reports, we saw Chinese inflation figures for the month rise more than expected to a reading of 6.5%. Meanwhile, this afternoon, investor focus remained on the U.S. Federal Reserve, this after unexpectedly pledging to keep its interest rates below 0.25 percentage point through at least the middle of 2013. In other words, the Federal Reserve has acknowledged that economic growth so far has been a lot slower than expected. You team that with another high for gold prices today, trading above $1,713.20 an ounce. Crude oil prices rallying today, trading above $80 a barrel, and it looked to be a wild finish to the day, where the nearly 4 billion shares traded today on the New York Stock Exchange saw roughly 84% of that be on the upside. Now, taking a look to see how the Dow Jones has closed out today's volatile trading session, it is on the upside, a late rally, gaining a total of 429.92 points to settle in at 11,239.77. In a breakdown of today's major market movers, we first begin with shares of SLE, which was in the green, up more than 1.5%. This after agreeing to sell its refrigerated dough business to Ralcor Holdings for roughly $545 million. Shares of HSBC up nearly 3% on the day. This on reports that it is looking to sell its card and retail services in the United States. And meanwhile, shares of Transatlantic Holdings rising nearly 5% today. This after engaging in takeover discussions with National Identity, partially owned by Berkshire Hathaway, which gave a buyout offer for the company on Sunday for $3.25 billion. And rounding up the list over at the Nasdaq, the Dish Network taking a more than 2.5% hit today. This after its earnings missed expectations and announcing that for the quarter it lost a total of 135,000 subscribers.